Hey there, more questions, so more videos. You're currently a contractor whose contracting firm takes taxes out for you. However, you're moving to become an independent contractor on 1099 with the firm, and they placed you at that until hopefully later in the year. What do you need to do in order to be an independent contractor? In order to be an independent contractor, you need to provide a W-9, which says your name and social security number on it, and they're going to use that in their records to determine how to send you a 1099 after the year is over. That 1099 is what they need in order to prove that they spent money on a tax-deductible expense, which is your services. So that's question number one. And you were given vouchers to pay quarterly for your real estate business. Is there a requirement even though you don't do any business? I don't fully understand that question, but what I'm thinking it means is when you did your taxes, you got 4 vouchers for estimated tax payments, maybe 4 for federal and 4 for state. And I'd have to pull up the file to actually look at, but let's just talk about if that's the scenario. If that's the scenario, then it's not a requirement to pay that. It's just our recommendation. If you have income related to those services, then you need to pay as you go. The government wants that to be paid quarterly. Hopefully that makes sense. And so if you don't have any business activities, you don't have any income related to that activity, then you don't have to pay anything. But let me answer this next question, which is, as an independent 1099, do you need to pay estimated or actually file taxes each quarter? So it is a estimated tax payment that you make every quarter. And the government actually does a calculation, and they want to make sure they're getting their money as you go. If you don't pay money for, like, let's say the first 2 quarters, and then you pay it in the next 2 quarters, you might pay enough for the whole year's worth, but the government wanted that money back in the first and second quarters when you earned it, and they will assess underpayment penalties and interest on that money. You need to pay for the quarter right after you earn it to avoid that. And it's very critical as an independent contractor because, well, in most cases, you're not having your employer take the money out of your payment. You're responsible for that yourself. And it's a lot more expensive as a self-employed person because you have, in addition to your income taxes, you also have self-employment taxes. Self-employment taxes are 14.3% of your compensation, which is a lot. Now that's not on the gross, it's on the net, which is probably for another video. But all that to say, you do need to pay quarterly taxes. I do recommend that if you are independent and you do a side hustle or do a consulting or something like that, that you get tax planning services because you don't want to get hit by a big surprise. And you want to make sure you're charging enough for your services because you have additional burden that an employee doesn't have that you're responsible for. Plus the complexity, and you're taking on risk. So you should be compensated for that risk. All right, this has been good talking to you. Have a great day, and see you later in the next video.